Greetings, everyone. Well, there is certainly a lot of exciting Beatles buzz in the air right now, and I've been fairly silent about it up until this moment. I think I'm going to make a video here just to tell you my feelings on everything that's been going around the Beatles circle. Um, there are some videos out, some people prominent in the Beatles community here on YouTube. Matthew Street, a good friend of mine, great guy. He's the first one that got a scoop where he talked about the Red and the Blue albums, Beatles 1962 to 66, Beatles 67 to 70, and of course, we all know what those look like. There you go. After these things coming out, remixed, remastered, some tracks added, a whole bunch of interesting news about these. And ordinarily, I would go with that. I would go with the flow, and I would give him full credit as I am now, and I'd make a video about it. Or wherever I get my news source, I'd always, credit the person. But in this particular case, something hit me that I wasn't sure I wanted to go ahead and make a video, because to me, it wasn't confirmed enough. It was too much speculation. Now, I'm all for making speculation videos. I've done that before. I have a show called Fab Gab where we talk about things. When the Revolver Deluxe box set was announced, we did a speculation show, really talking about what we thought might come out. But for this release, I didn't really want to just jump out there and commit to giving you any news until I was more sure, and I'm still not sure. But I'll tell you what I know and what I believe as of this moment. There are very strong indications out there from people on the inside, people I know who know somebody, some commenters I have here who give me information. I think some people are on the inside inner Beatles circle, but they don't really can't divulge who they are. That next week, if not, it's either this weekend or next week, there's going to be some very, very big Beatles news and announcements coming out. So stay tuned to my channel, and you'll find out from me and other people too, if you like them, if you follow them. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of really big, important, official announcements, and clearing all this up. What are we going to do? Are we going to get new versions of the Red album and the Blue album? A lot of people, I noticed when I read a lot of comments on videos like this, a lot of people have been talking about Rubber Soul, and I like to show the US version. I'm a US Rubber Soul fan, but I love the UK version too. People keep saying, I wanted Rubber Soul. I wanted Rubber Soul. I'm so disappointed. I thought we were going to get Rubber Soul next, and instead we're getting rehashes of the Red and the Blue album. Look, whatever we get, whatever is announced, and I'm not saying one or the other for sure. I've heard rumors that we're going to get the anthology album. Keep that in mind. Nobody's talking about that we may get the anthology album, kind of redone, retooled for the new era. But people keep acting like just because we may get something else first, that Rubber Soul isn't going to happen at all. Relax, folks, relax. I'm sure we're going to get a Rubber Soul deluxe set. If we don't get it at the end of 2023, we may get it 2024. Relax. That's the only thing I want to say about that. Giles Martin had said at one point that Rubber Soul was going to be the next Beatles album he's working on as far as the regular catalog albums are concerned. Holy grails, but that hasn't happened yet. But doesn't mean it's not going to happen at all. I don't understand why everybody's getting so distressed about that. We waited this long. Well, actually, did we wait this long? It hasn't even been a year yet since we got Revolver. We got Revolver last year. It's not even a year yet since that came out. Relax. We'll get Rubber Soul. I guarantee you we'll get Rubber Soul. Just may not be this year, maybe next year or something. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I don't really have anything official here, but I feel I should come out and say something, because I have the Beatles channel and I like to give you news. Nothing is etched in stone. Nobody knows anything 100%. There are a lot of really good, strong cases made for people who believe that 90% accurate, that some things are happening, But I didn't want to go out there on a limb and give you news that sounded official until I was more sure. And right now, as of this second here, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe when I stop the video button, I'll get the news right after I shut the camera off and go in the other room. Okay, and once I upload this, there'll be official news and I'll make another video. But as of right now, hang in there, folks. Next week, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a lot of official announcements, which I'll share with you. And we will get Rubber Soul. You can count on that. I'm going out on a limb and saying that. We will get Rubber Soul, an official deluxe set. When is the question? We may get one before the other. And before I go, once again, I'll show you the Red and the Blue albums. A lot of people say, why, if we do get Red and the Blue albums, they say, why are we going to rehash that stuff again? Haven't we had that enough? That was my first indication. That was my first reaction. That was my first gut feeling. However, you got to think, this is 2023, soon to be 2024. There's a lot of young people who aren't listening to the Beatles, and I think some people have said that the Beatles have been taken. I don't listen to social media. I don't listen to whatever they're called, iTunes or Spotify or any of these things. But I hear that supposedly the Beatles are being taken off there, TikTok and things like that. So a lot of people are not as acquainted with the early Beatles stuff as they used to be, and even the later Beatles stuff, any of the Beatles stuff. So for younger generations to get a clue, these are important to see again, remixed for modern audiences. So don't think of it as a negative thing. Think of it as a positive thing. And if it is true that we're going to be getting a lot of new mixes on early songs that we have never gotten before, that's going to be really important, because to use the Peter Jackson technology or AI or whatever they're going to do here to kind of demix everything, which is the rumor, and again, it's just a rumor, I don't know for sure, but if they do wind up doing that and remixing the songs, demixing and then coming back up and making true stereo versions out of songs like She Loves You or Love Me Do, or something that to hear a kind of expansion that we've never heard before, that's very important, and that'll be very cool for a lot of early tracks. Well, that's it. I just wanted to weigh in on this. There's so much buzz going around here, and I haven't said anything because I didn't want to commit. So there you go, speculation and all. Thanks, folks. Talk soon.